I think it's important for you to set the stage before you understand how are you going to go after wealth. Wealth, let's get it straight, does not equal money. And wealth I define as you choosing a lifestyle that you can support. I'm trying to show you this book that I've been talking about, the Invisible Book, right? So maybe if I do this, you can't read it. This is better. Is that better? You can't see it? Can anyone see this book? I'm trying to show this book.
Yeah.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you can read it.
You can read it now?
Mm-hmm.
What about this? It's kind of small.
Yeah, I can zoom in.
Can I zoom in? Alright, let's zoom in on each one of them. What about that? You can read that?
Yeah. It's clear.
You can read that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about that?
Yeah, you can read it.
Oh, the last one up here. Can you read that?
Yeah, all of them are clear now.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right. This is the doctor. I'm Marine. Fabio, helping me out. So I'm here at my surgery center. I had a bunch of surgeries today. I have 2 more to go, and it's now 7:05. I was hoping to be done before then, so I could actually prepare for this Wednesday motivation. So I'm waiting for some viewers. Let me know who's on so we can get into this message. Sunday's message was about happiness. Talked about that. Today's message, Wednesday, is going to be about wealth. We're going to talk about that, right? Let's get into some discussion about wealth. We talked about on Sunday a few things that everyone in life has to be aware of, right? If not, you're gonna lose. If not, you're just going through life probably reacting, probably not planning, not understanding what you should be looking at, how you should be judging your life and your progress. First one, talked about managing your health. Second, what is your wealth? And we're going to talk about that today. And Sunday I'll talk about happiness, and then life and the meaning of life. You know, what is your life's meaning? So today we're going to get into the message about wealth. Sorry about that, I'm getting some phone calls here. Just bear with me here. There's a train passing. I'm in my car because my car, I have this brand new Mercedes. The car has Wi-Fi in it because the last couple of shows I would keep chipping in and out. All right, let's get into the message today. All right, we have about 10 minutes. We're going to talk about your wealth. All right. Now, this Wednesday's show on wealth, let's start from the bottom. Let's talk about some definitions, because I think it's important for you to set the stage before you understand how are you going to go after wealth. Now, I don't know how many of our viewers are on here today, but doesn't matter. At least one person is on, I'll be good. And I see about 4 right now. But wealth is something you need to understand, right? So let's talk about wealth. Let's talk about some definition of wealth, all right? Thank you for the thumbs up. Wealth. Now, wealth, let's get it straight, does not equal money. Wealth does not equal money. But money is one measure of a type of wealth. I want you to think about wealth as an experience. And I like to think of wealth as financial freedom, right? And so I'm going to define this for you as to why it's important for you to understand definition of wealth, and you should define it for you. Define it for you, all right? So I consider wealth as someone who has a lifestyle that they choose, that they can support it. You can support it. So you choose a lifestyle and you can support that lifestyle. If you can do that and you don't want to listen to anything more, you're wealthy. But if you want to stay on, let's talk about that a little bit more. So wealth is not just money. And wealth I define as you choosing a lifestyle that you can support. Let me talk about lifestyle and why that should be how you measure your wealth. Right? If you are a billionaire, but you're highly leveraged, in 2008, there are a few highly leveraged firms that have been around for like 100 years. Salomon Brothers is one of them. All these major firms, GM, right? AIG, major insurance company. They were leveraged 4 times. That means they were acting as if they had 4 times the amount of money they actually had. Bernie Madoff had billions that he was playing with. When the market crashed, they were fully exposed. They were broke. Companies ran out of business. Bernie Madoff went to prison. So if you have billions of dollars, you may be dirt poor. You're not wealthy. You can't sleep at night. Right? You're hoping every time you come home that they're not repossessing your house. Every time you drive and you bling bling, you're hoping that tomorrow you can make the payments. So you have a lot of money that you're playing with, but you don't have wealth. You hear me? Money does not equal wealth. Your lifestyle that you choose, you want to be wealthy so that you're sleeping at night sound. When I go to bed at night, sleeping sound. Doesn't mean I don't owe any money, but my lifestyle, I know I can maintain it and I'm happy. But let's go into some more definitions so that we get on the same page. Because we're going to be talking about wealth every Wednesday for a while. And I want to make sure that if you take the time to listen to me, I'm going to give you tools. That's what I'm about. It's not about hype here. This is real. You know, I came to the United States, $47 in my pocket, so I know what it is to be at the bottom. 6 of us live in one room in Buff Bay. I understand what it means to be at the bottom. But you know what? I was really happy those days because my mother made sure that we had food, shelter, and clothing. And by the way, those 3 things, that means that you're not poor. Now, I may have been destitute. I may have been, you know, not in a good position financially. But if you have food, shelter, and clothing, you're actually not poor. The definition of poverty, depending on who you look at, the World Bank or the international standard, is about $1.25 US a day. $1.25. Do you know that 20 to 25% of all the people in India fit that definition? $1.25 a day. Think about that. So if you're on this show right now, you're not poor. You're not poor. You actually should be wealthy. Because chances are you have probably somewhere to live. You can afford your clothes and you can afford food. You may be in debt, You may not have the kind of money that you want for the lifestyle you want, which is why you're going to be watching me, because I want to make sure we work together to get you the lifestyle that you want, that you can afford, so that you can be happy and you can feel like you're wealthy. But don't be chasing down Bernie Madoff kind of billions, or Bill Gates billions, or Warren Buffett billions, because they didn't tell you that they were wealthy, because you don't know their lifestyle and how they're living. Maybe what they're missing in their life, money can't buy. You feel me? So it's not just money. Wealth is something that you're going to define with me. And once you define that, I want you to pay attention to it, because that's going to be your guide. You know that there's some people in this world who health is what they consider their wealth. That means they have studied health. They read about health. They read about what they eat. They watch, their lifestyle. They're in the gym all the time. They're checking their body fat. They go to health events. They're so into health that they feel great every day. Every day they're happy. They even make money off health. They sell health products. They do health, all kinds of stuff. They made health their life's wealth. They don't want Warren Buffett's money or Bill Gates' money. You can't even give them that. They don't want it. So if you make health your wealth, today, be wealthy. That means you get up every day, you're happy with your life, because you're saying, you know what, my fitness is what I want to make sure that I have. That's my possession. There are other people who said, you know what, I want to be wealthy because I want a lifestyle that I can afford. So what they're going to do, they're going to save every penny they have, and they're going to cut down on what they spend on, so they're not overly extending themselves. And those people, sometimes those people die with so much money in the bank. You wonder, wow, how did that happen? He wasn't a Wall Street banker. He didn't born into money, but they're happy every day. Maybe they don't even drive a fancy car, but every day they look into their bank account and they say, you know what? I spend $100 a day. I save $200. There's some people out there making $1 million a year and they're in debt. They have to be hiding from the IRS. Do you understand? There are athletes out there who make Allen Iverson made $200 million over his career in basketball. Today, he's dead broke. He's making less than what he owes. So you're not wealthy just because you have money. You're wealthy because you decide that wealth in your way is something that you want to have, so that your lifestyle, whatever you choose that to be, you can actually enjoy living that, knowing that tomorrow you're not going to be kicked out on the street. Tomorrow you can afford the things that you want to afford, not what John Tom wants you to afford. I want to make sure we understand that, right? You got to understand that. And you have to afford it. So you need some amount of money. So you need to understand the value of money. You're going to learn with me over the next couple of weeks to choose to build a pipeline, not just have a bag of money. A pipeline says money is coming in. A bag of money, you inherited that. You win the lottery. You get a big sports contract, big entertainment contract. Money come easy in some way, and you have a bag of money and you're going to spend it, and every day it dwindles. Pipeline means there's money coming in. And if you have money coming in, make sure that your expenditure, your expenses are less than what you're bringing in. And make sure that your lifestyle fit what you want it to be, and that your money can support that. Your money can support your lifestyle, and you're rich. That means if you're in the ghetto right now in Kingston, you're in the ghetto in rural Jamaica, you're in the ghetto in America, wherever you are, you could actually be wealthy, and you're right there. Because you choose to live a lifestyle that you enjoy and you can afford it. You're not going to be kicked out on the street, as I said before. In your way, you're wealthy. Now, if you just use money as a judge, I'm going to also show you how to get that. So today, I'm going to end on a note. Take stock of where you are today in terms of your financial health. You got to first understand that you need food, shelter, and clothing. You then need to have a set of expenses that's going to fit your lifestyle. And if you have to make sacrifices because of your kids or because of whatever is in your life, you have to define what period of time you're going to make those sacrifices. And make sure that you're managing your expenses and you understand your financial health. You also need to understand what is it in your life that you want to define as wealth for you. What is wealth? And it's relative to just your lifestyle choices. For example, if for you taking one vacation a year for a week or 2 weeks is something very important for you to feel good about yourself, and every year you go to somewhere exotic, then start saving for that. Because the day that you jump on the plane and you get to your place of destination, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, all those people are not as happy as you. Because you're on your vacation that you are enjoying yourself. And you can afford it. It's not how much money you pay for what you have in life. It's not how much money it costs you. It's the value you put on it. You know, when I go home to Buff Bay and I go hang out with my mom and she make me some real food and I'm sitting there, there's no money in the world feels better than that. So define what makes you wealthy. Write that down. Hit me up. Define where you are today in your financial health. If you're behind your payments, if you're in a hole, you have to get out of the hole by stop digging. That means cut down your spending. Throw out a lot of stuff in your lifestyle that you don't need today. And remember, life is a progress, it's a journey. So your lifestyle today, if you have to make some sacrifices so that in 5 years you can live the actual life that you want, then you're living wealthy because you're working on getting to the point where you're going to be in a place where you're financially free and you're living the lifestyle that you enjoy. So let's repeat that. Wealth is affording the lifestyle you choose. Choose a lifestyle that's going to make you happy, that you can afford. And over time, make sure that it's going to last. So you're going to look to find a pipeline of money that's going to support your lifestyle. I got to go to surgery. I appreciate all you coming on today. I love you. This is Dr. Chen. I see you Sunday. We're going to talk about Sunday inspiration. It's going to be Inspiration Sunday. We're going to focus on happiness again. Peace out. Follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Prove Yourself TV, to get more proven success tips.